Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So last class we have discussed only regarding introduction to AI, right? What is AI? Uh, that much only we have discussed, and I have told to explain regarding your applications of AI in today's class, right? Gayatri, Gayatri, unmute yourself. Gayatri,
Yes, yes.
okay. Tell me what is AI? What you know from your previous class? What is AI?
Ma'am, artificial intelligence is nothing but if we give a machine artificial intelligence, we are providing the intelligence to it and we are telling the way in which it should act. And also, we are giving it power to self learning.
Okay. So, at the moment when somebody asks what is AI, you just correlate that system that is that with human being. Okay, whatever the human being, whatever a human, one man does, same thing one artificial intelligence system will do. Okay, artificial intelligence means that is a system or that is one software or application which will function intelligently and independently like a human. That means that will think like human, act like human, perceive like human, like that. Okay. So uh, look at your WhatsApp group. I'm sharing one diagram application of AI. You just look at the diagram and let me explain the diagram bit by. Yes, I have sent. You just open that PDF. All of you open that PDF that I have shared with you in your WhatsApp group. All of you got?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You just look at the diagram. Let me explain it one by one. And your first assignment question is I will explain it and you have to write it by your own in a single line. Okay. In just definition of each application so that 5 marks is there no for your assignment. Okay. And after at the end of your class, you have to submit it. So, in case of your applications of your AI, I have told you many more applications are there like AI, like artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is one of the branch of your computer science. Like artificial intelligence, and so many branches are there. Like networking is one of the branch, cloud computing, then this artificial intelligence, then fog computing, then your IoT. These are many more branches are there uh, in computer science. Okay. Again, in under AI, so many applications are there that we will discuss little bit. Okay. You may get 1 mark or 2 marks question from this applications of AI. Okay. So coming to first application, listen, I have told you from the very beginning that in case of your AI, you have to correlate it with human being. Okay. Whatever the human being do, you just correlate it with a system that is your artificial intelligence. Listen, human being is having capability to speak and listen, to communicate through any language. To communicate through any language, we have the capability to speak and listen or not, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the field of speech recognition. Speech recognition is one of the field of your AI. Okay, so that speech recognition means humans, you can recognize the language, you can speak a language, you can listen from anyone to communicate. Okay, that is the field of speech recognition. And as we know that in case of your speech recognition, suppose I'm considering Odisha. In Odisha, our language is Odia. Suppose Karnataka, their language is Kannada. So, how many people speak in Odisha or speak in Odia? How many people speak in Kannada? So, that speech recognition is basically statistics based. As I can say that no, the population of Odisha is this much. Among this population, this much people can speak in Odisha in Odia. In Karnataka, the population is this much. From this much of people can speak in Kannada. So basically, the speech recognition is statistical based. Okay, hence we can say that the speech recognition falls under statistical learning. Look at your diagram. There, speech recognition is under statistical learning or not? Speech recognition is under statistical learning or not? It falls under statistical learning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, got what's regarding speech recognition? Human being, whatever the human being listen, we have the capability to speak. That is nothing but your speech recognition. We have the capability to read and write. We have the capability to see a object, to see one object, and to recognize what does that object mean. What is that object actually? To receive that object, that means one picture will be scanned and that will be received by our brain, and our brain will recognize what that object is. Okay, we have the capability, so that also can be employed to a system. Okay, and we have the capability to memorize anything, to remember the past. That is also that can also be employed to a system. Whatever you just visualize that, or in your virtual eye you just memorize, visualize that one man is there, whatever that man can do, that if you employ all those properties to a system, that is the one your artificial intelligence system. Okay, so coming to those applications, we have discussed speech recognition. That is, human being is having the capability to speak and listen. That is your speech recognition. Okay, and like I have told you that human being can also read and write text in any language, isn't it? Human being can read and write text in any language, isn't it? So you can read and write text in Odia, English, Hindi. So that is nothing but the field of natural language processing, NLP. That also falls under your statistical learning. In case of your natural language processing, again many more applications are there. Listen, this is not there in your syllabus, but you should know what is, if you are reading AI means what is AI, what are the applications of AI, or what are the applications of AI available. Okay, so that I'm saying you may get 2 marks question also. So, on like in case of your NLP, so many applications are there also. For example, machine translation. Machine translation, one of the application can be machine translation. That means to translate from one language to another language. Okay, that may be from Odia to Hindi or Hindi to Odia, whatever. Okay, and so many machine translation systems have already been developed, but still it's going on. Still it's going on. This process is going on. Okay, you may find Google Translate. Google Translate is one of the machine translation system, no, isn't it? All of you are getting or not? Whatever I'm saying,
Yes, ma'am.
all of
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, how is statistical learning different from deep learning?
I will say. I will say. Wait. So your yes, machine translation system. One of the machine translation system is Google Translate and Matra, Samper. So many machine translation systems are available in Google Translate. Also, you can't find every translation. One complex system let you will give, you can't find its proper translation. It's going on. Research is going on. Okay, and I personally I'm saying yeah, 4 years ago, yes, or 3 years ago, I have given one sentence in Odia, and I have just to check proper translation is performing by Google Translate or not. Just to check one complex sentence I have given in Odia, and I had to translate it to Hindi, but I couldn't find its proper translation. But whenever I gave it just 15 days before that same sentence I have given in Odia, I found proper translation. Okay, so that doesn't mean that all the sentences have been. I mean, you can find from Odia to Hindi. No, still some lacuna is there. Okay, so research will be going on this machine translation system. Like that, machine translation system is one of the application of your NLP. Another application we can say sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis means suppose you are reading one text in your newspaper. You from that text you can easily summarize that whether that you can easily summarize its sentiment whether that sentence is positive or negative or neutral. Positive means that whether that sentence is whether that give you sad or happy or neutral. Okay, that the human being is having the capability to recognize this thing. After reading the whole sentence, we have the ability to recognize, yes, by this sentence is sad sentence, or the sentence is happy sentence that gives us happy. Okay, or this is a neutral sentence. We have the capability, so we have to learn. The machine should learn. Okay, we have to make the machine or the system intelligent, so that like we people, like human being, the machine also should recognize that the sentence is positive or negative or neutral. Okay, like that, sentiment analysis. Another one of the application can be you can write these applications of NLP. Okay, in that categorization, I haven't mentioned NLP its application. So another one application can be word sense disambiguation. Word sense disambiguation means if I'm saying that I'm going to bank, okay, to which bank I'm referring here? That bank may be money bank, bank may be blood bank, that bank may be river bank. Okay, how can you recognize that to which bank I'm going? I am saying I'm going to bank. So for that, it depends upon its previous sentence. Let I will say that I have fixed deposit in my account amount this much. I have to check it, and now I'm going to bank. For from those two sentences, from this previous sentence, as we people are more intelligent, so from that we can recognize that no, that means I'm going to money bank, not blood bank, not river bank. In case of your hospitalized case, in that case, I can say that no, he or she is going to yes, blood bank, isn't it? So human being is having the capability to recognize from its previous sentence. So same machine should be that you can employ to a machine to recognize whether you are going to money bank or river bank or blood bank. That comes under your word sense disambiguation. That is one of the application of NLP. Another application can be your part of speech tagging. Whatever the word I am saying, whether those word is noun or verb or adverb or adjective, so many part of speech are there. Machine can recognize whether one word belongs to which part of speech. Okay, that is also one of the field of your NLP. Another application of your natural language processing can be text summarization. You are reading the whole newspaper or you are watching a movie of 3 hours, okay, and one of your friend asks what was that movie, how was that movie. This is not the thing, no, whatever the 3 hours that you have spent, that 3 hours again you will spend to summarize that movie, to explain that movie. No, within hardly 5 minutes you are summarizing that movie or not. You all of you getting or not whatever I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the thing. So no doubt you have spent 3 hours to watch the movie, but to summarize it, you are taking only 1 minute or 2 minutes, or a maximum within 3 to 4 minutes you are summarizing it. That is nothing but your text summarization. Or you are reading the newspaper one article and somebody asks you how was the match yesterday. Okay, so you are not you will not say that no, he scored that much, he scored that much. Entire 2 hours or 3 hours you are not going to spend. Okay, just summarize it. You are just summarizing. No, that is the thing. Who won the match and who got suppose man of the match or man of the series, anything that you are doing, that comes under your text summarization. Okay, you will either you have to employ that same thing. You have to write program and 200 to 300 lines suppose you will give as input to your system. All these things can be done by Python also. You will give 200 to 300 lines as input and you will get hardly 10 to 15 sentence as output, as its summary. That is nothing but your text summarization. So here just I have told you regarding 5 to 6 applications of NLP. Beyond this, many more applications are there. Researches are going on in this field. Okay, so that is nothing but your NLP. How it is statistical based? Because as I have told that to read and write text in any language. Again, to read and write text in any language means again it comes to statistics because region to region language varies. Region to region language varies. In Odisha, so how many people can read and write text, write Odia language? In Karnataka, how many people read and write Kannada language? How many people can read and write Telugu language? So that is statistical based. Okay, that's why your NLP falls under your statistical learning. Getting
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay. Also, human being have the ability to see, listen, whatever I'm saying, if you are writing, then it's fine. Otherwise, this is the homework, this is the assignment for you. This all these application you have to write. Okay. Next, coming to next application, human being have the ability to see with their eye and then process what they saw, and isn't it? You are looking, suppose one marker is there, you are looking at that marker, you have the ability to recognize what you are seeing. Okay, that is the field of computer vision. Human being have the ability to see, that is the field of computer vision. And as that is processed in our brain, that symbol is processed in our brain, so that falls under symbolic learning. Okay, symbolic learning, that is the symbol. We have the ability to see anything with our own eye, and we process it and we recognize that symbol in our brain. That is the field of computer vision. As it is symbolic based, so it falls under symbolic learning. Okay, and another one thing, whatever we see the scene around our environment around us with our own eye, that creates one image. that is captured, that image is captured by our brain, and our brain process it, isn't it? And our brain process it. That is also, we can say that computer vision, or we can say that this is the field of image processing. Okay, image processing. So that all this computer vision or symbolic learning, all these things falls under your image processing. Whatever the object we see, that object, that image is captured by our brain, and our brain process it. Our brain process it to recognize that image. That is your image processing. Okay. Getting or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then, suppose in front of you, you have a group. It is mixed. Let marker, chalk, duster, and pen, normal pen, and pencil. All these things are mixed. Okay, and you are being asked to group the likely objects and unlike objects. You have the ability. Human beings have the ability to categorize, to group the likely objects and unlike objects, isn't it? To group the like objects, you can categorize. You can make a group of pen. You can make a group of pencil, a group of marker, chalk, duster. You have the ability. So that ability, we are saying that this is a field of pattern recognition. Pattern recognition means to categorize or to make a group of like objects. Humans have the ability to see patterns such as grouping of objects. So we can see if you correlate it with a system, or if you employ it in a system, that is the field of pattern recognition. Okay, this is the field of pattern recognition. Then after that, listen, no doubt we can we can use, or we can group the like objects and unlike objects. But suppose we have 5 markers, 6 duster, and 10 chalks, then we can group them. And if you have 500, 600, 700, 800, and suppose 10 to 11 objects are there, 10 to 11 objects are there, and each object is having, each object, quantity of each object is like 200, 400, 600, like that. Okay, so it will, no doubt we can group them, but it will take much more time. To reduce this time, we are giving, we are making the machine to learn. We are writing the program. We are writing program, the machine. That means the machine should learn how to group them. Okay, so if whatever the thing, so no doubt you can, suppose one expression is given, and no doubt you can solve that expression. But if the machine will solve, then definitely that machine will solve it within a fraction of second. Okay, that's why the machine should learn. Okay, machine learning means what? Machine will not learn by its own, like you are learning. You have to make the machine learn. That is, you have to write the program so that the machine will learn from some data, and by the data you have to give, then the machine will learn from those data. Isn't it? The machine will learn from those data. What is that actually? What is this thing are saying? Okay, then some training data is there, some testing data there. It will learn from training data. Then again, you have to give the testing data. Then it will give its output. Okay, so whatever the things the human being is doing, if the machine will do, then it can be solved within the fraction of second. Okay, so in case of your again machine learning, we have 3 types of machine learning. One is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, another one is reinforcement learning. Okay, in case of your supervised learning, suppose one brinjal is there, one apple is there, and you are being asked to differentiate brinjal. So many brinjals are there and apples are there, and you are being asked to differentiate brinjals and apples. Okay, and you know that what is the category of what is the property of brinjal, what is the shape of brinjal, what is the shape of apple, that you know. Okay, the in case of your supervised, supervisor will be there. Supervisor, as its name suggests, supervisor will be there. That means teachers will be there to show the path. Suppose I will ask you, you have to go to CET from Khandagiri. To CET from Khandagiri, one teacher will be there or one driver will be there. He will show you the path. Just you have to reach to CET. Okay. In case of your unsupervised, no teacher will be there, but you have to group those objects, or you have to reach to your destination, but no supervisor is there. Unsupervised learning. In case of your reinforcement learning, whatever you are doing, whatever the machine will do, for everything, one penalty will be there. Suppose or a reward will be given. Okay, suppose you are, I will say, if you score 95% in your semester, then you will be rewarded. That comes under reinforcement learning. And if I will say that no, if you score less than 40% in your semester, then you will get penalty. Okay, that comes under reinforcement learning. So these are the category of machine learning. Okay, so till now we have discussed what is machine learning, its category, its types of machine learning: pattern recognition, statistical learning, speech recognition, natural language processing, computer vision, symbolic learning, image processing. Okay, then robotics is there. Robotics means what? Human beings have the ability to understand their environment and move around freely, isn't it? We have the ability to understand what are the things going on in our environment around us, and we can move freely. That is the field of robotics. One robot can do the same thing. Okay, then machine learning, that was the machine learning that I have discussed with you just few minutes before. Then coming to deep learning, what is actually deep learning? Listen, in case of your deep learning, it is the replica of your human brain. Like I can say that your human brain is nothing but the number of neurons. It consists of number of neurons, isn't it? Listen, somebody was asking me regarding statistical learning and deep learning. In statistical learning, it depends. It is based on statistics, but in deep learning, it is based on network of neurons. Whenever the deep learning comes, this you just memorize that. Remember that it is nothing but the replica of human brain. As human brain consists of number of neurons, same in case of your deep learning concept, neurons of network neurons is used. Okay, new number of networks will be there. Suppose, mark one thing, this suppose you think one layer is there. In a layer 5 nodes are there, again in a second layer 5 nodes are there, again third layer 5 nodes there, 5 or 6 nodes can be there. First layer 5 nodes, its output will be input to second layer node. Again, its output will be input to third layer nodes. Again, its output will be input to fourth layer node. Like that, listen. In our brain, the neurons are not in straight lines, isn't it? Their first node is first neuron can be connected with any neuron. So zigzag structure is there. Same network of neurons. In case of your deep learning means so many networks will be there. Network of neurons will be there. One node will be connected to last node of the second layer, and that will be connected to third node of the third layer. Okay, getting or not?
So why is NLP basically under statistical learning, not RNN and deep learning? I mean, it has
In
been.
case of your listen, in case of two types of deep learnings are there. One is your convolution neural network, another case is your recurrent neural network. Whenever the concept like picture is coming, okay, in case of your, suppose you have to scan one image from left to right or top to bottom, and you have to recognize it. What is that? You can say deep learning also, to process any image. In case of your image processing using deep learning also, you can categorize that, no, this is the object. Okay, in case of your convolution neural network, you can scan one image from left to right and or also top to bottom. Nowadays, in case of your NLP, recent my last just 5 to 6 months before, I have published one paper of text summarization using deep learning also. You can you can text summarization, because in deep learning also you have so many applications. No, LSTM is there, so your time is reduced. Your text, all these things can be employed. You are, whatever the research you are doing using machine learning or not. Machine learning or deep learning, you, with the help of deep learning also you can do. In deep learning, we, because another one type of deep learning is RNN, no, recurrent neural network. That is, in case of a recurrent neural network, like you can remember the past, like human being have the ability to remember the past thing, what you have done. Suppose I will ask you what you had as in your dinner.
LSTM is possible, no?
Yes, LSTM. What you had in your dinner, so that you can explain. No, I had this thing in my dinner. Same thing in case of your RNN. In RNN, it has the ability, recurrent neural network. It has the ability to remember its past. Like I was saying, the output of the first node is the input to second node. It can remember its past. Third node also, it can remember its past. Okay, so LSTM, that the LSTM is doing. So that's why we are saying that the CNN and RNN comes under your deep learning, and using RNN you can solve all the NLP applications, like text summarization can be done, sentiment analysis can be done. All these things can be done using machine learning and deep learning. Okay, so these are the things of artificial intelligence. These are the application of artificial intelligence. You have to write just one line what is regarding all the application as your assignment. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so till now we have discussed that what is AI and your applications of AI. Okay, then last class I have detected no what definition of AI or not.
No, ma'am.
Write down. It is a branch of computer science. AI is a branch of computer science by which AI is a branch of computer science by which we can create intelligent machine, by which we can create intelligent machine which can behave like a human, think like human, and able to make decision. Which can behave like human. Or you can write which can function intelligently and independently like a human. Which can function intelligently and independently like a human. Over.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if I will ask a mobile phone, it is one AI. It can be one AI. One smartphone, it can be one AI.
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because it cannot perform anything on its own. If you
Yes.
open some,
Yes, yes. Mobile phone, it is already programmed, okay, to receive or make a call. But AI can be one application like Google Assistant. It can be one AI. Siri can be one AI. Okay, these are your software which can behave like one human being. But mobile phone is already programmed to receive the call, to make a call. Okay, so this much is there in your regarding your application of AI and introduction to AI. Next class we will discuss your agents of AI. What are the agents?
okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I had a doubt regarding one of the cases of reinforcement learning.
Yes, tell me.
Madam, if we are programmed a Pathfinder robot to detect, when it enters a room, it will be awarded on finding that there is light or no light, and it is awarded on the performance that it is finding no light. So, madam, if it goes into a dark room and it stops there because it has been rewarding continuously that it is finding darkness there. So, madam, further it will not move now, ma'am. It will stop.
Further, it will. Yes.
Means further it will not take any command because it has been already rewarding by getting that means finding the darkness in that room. So it will means when the means the loop will continue there.
Yes, the loop will continue. No, with which program using what you are doing.
Ma'am, reinforcement learning.
Yes, reinforcement learning, but which algorithm that you are using?
Ma'am, that will depend on that also.
Yes,
Yeah, if we're
no.
like using Arduino or something like that, then there might be some wait period in between the reward sequence to end. So it depends upon that.
Am I audible,
Yes, ma'am.
Subham?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, whatever Ashish was saying, what is the waiting period?
Ma'am, it means
Because it must be taking so much time, no? To
yes, ma'am.
isn't it? Can you show me if you are where you are staying?